Yeah. Well, here we are, right? I don't know if the stream will have any issues. I did not reboot my modem again. It's just not that important to me to have uh, a smooth stream. It's just not that important to me anymore for reasons that you guys can already know. So it's not really about quality anymore. It's just about you know, doing what I've been doing here. So well, guys, I think I'm starting to figure out I think I'm starting to figure out finally um, why people keep hurting me and why I keep. I'm slowly figuring things out. Um, why I attract the Roxannes out there. You know, um, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong to attract people that keep hurting me over and over and just keep messing with my mind and my heart. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong to ask for that. I just think it's because they see I have a big heart, a heart that can be used to their advantage, and then I don't try to understand anything else because the rest only a monster can do. And I'm not a monster. I can never do that to somebody. I can never use them and then just forget about them overnight. I just can't do that. So I don't try to figure that part out. People are just monsters. We're all I don't know. Um I don't think people are born monsters. I don't know because you got the Jeffrey Dahmers out there, but I think most people it's how they're raised, how their parents act or what they see when they're little. For the most part, there might be some exceptions, like these Jeffrey Dahmer. Looks like he had a pretty good childhood, but he couldn't help but killing animals and fantasize about eating people and stuff. So I don't know. See, I'm still trying to figure everything out because I talk one way and then it don't quite make sense another way. So I don't know. Maybe some people are born monsters, but nonetheless, as Vincent Kennedy McMahon would say, Um, I think I'm figuring out why they've come my way. Uh, I guess they see somebody they can just use for their entertainment or play with or hurt. I don't understand. I don't know, but that's not your problem. That's my problem, right? So, but I'm just trying to let you guys know that with everything that's happening, um, I've said so much. I really don't want to spend my last stream repeating everything I've already bitched about. It's falling on deaf ears. Nobody cares. So I don't know how I want my last stream to be. I can sit here for 8 hours, deny pizza orders, and talk to the police while I bitch about Amber and her lying and all this shit, or I can sit here and listen to All for One while you guys make fun of me. And I don't think I'll cry in front of you guys again. You guys got the crying stream. So I don't think it'll be that type of stream. I got that out. So I'll just leave YouTube. I don't know how this final stream's gonna go. I'm still making up my mind what I want to talk about, because is there any sense talking about, I think that's what they want. They want to feel important in life. So the more they can get people on the internet to bitch about them, the more they smile. It's not really doing anything for me. So I just wish somebody could explain it to me. I wish God could talk back to me. I don't know. I just wish nobody can explain it to me yet. I'm not worth any kind of communication. I feel so worthless, guys. It hurts so bad, but that's okay. I'll get over it. Life moves on, and hopefully, in the future, in my real life, I meet some really good people who won't keep damaging me in the end. So I try to let people in. I try to fix that about myself because I know that's a problem. But every time I do it, you get an Amber Lee, you get a Roxanne, and it sets you back so far because you lose faith in people, and it just kind of damages you. So people are so heartless. They're so I don't understand it. That's why I keep talking about it, because I'm trying to think out loud. I'm trying to understand. I just, now I know what Doug went through. Doug went through something where Isaac made it 10 times worse. Isaac and Michael. And you know what I'm talking about, right? His little falling out with his daughter. They would have patched that up. Everything would have been peachy well before he would have passed away if it wasn't for Michael getting Isaac involved and seeing a dollar symbol behind it and just exploiting it for money. It was such a terrible thing to witness. That's why I would talk about it, and that's why I would talk with Doug and stick up for him, and because that was terrible to see. Michael and Isaac exploit this Bridget and Doug problem or issue for financial gain and for clout, and basically they ruined a relationship between a daughter and a father. It wasn't Doug. Look, families argue. Families do things to each other. Families do terrible things, but they get over it. They're blood most of the time. And with what was happening with Bridget, him demanding money and saying he didn't get paid enough, and his trucks breaks down, so he needs help, and he's constantly going there. Yeah, is he using them? Yeah. But that's not something you can't work through. I mean, money comes, money goes. Daughters and fathers are forever, right? Like that would have been worked through if it wasn't for the influence of Michael Green. So I don't know what to think about my situation. It's so easy to put the blame on Emma because that's when things just got so much worse for me. But people make their own decisions, right? In a way, Emma exposed Amber and exposed these other people that were making me believe that they really truly loved me and would be there until the end. So in a way, she exposed that, her influence and her trying to create trouble and trying to make me have a downfall so she has content and take everybody away in the process. She was successful, but I don't know if I can really fully blame her, because if anybody truly loved me, if Amber was ever real about anything she said, she wouldn't have been able to been influenced. She would have never had the desire to go to somebody who's messing with my mom or messing with me like that. So I don't, I don't know who to blame, but it's not me. It's definitely not me. I have been there so much. Like, I can talk this way and Emma can call me a liar because she wasn't there. I have been there for these people for over 7 years. I have been there for these people during their darkest times. I have been there for some of these trolls to the point where they actually put aside their bullshit, donated me money, and thanked them for helping saving their lives because they fight demons. So you can't tell me I didn't do any good on here. It's just when people started hurting me and becoming, I don't want to be too vulgar, but just becoming so heartless towards me, that's when I started changing. That's when I was in disbelief and I can't understand it. And it's been going in circles because it does not seem real. These aren't the people I talk to. So how can people be so fake? But that's how it is. Just because I don't do it, people have no problem lying to your face. They have no problem saying they love you. Just, I don't understand it. But it was all ruined. I don't know who to put the blame on, but when I think about everything, I did more good than bad. And all the bad I did was a retaliation of the bad that was being done to me by that individual. So they can't make me feel like I'm the issue. They can't make me feel like I'm the problem because I have to live with myself. I know why I did things and I know what I did. It didn't deserve this. So it is what it is. If anything, the people that I was having the falling out with, that I was doing things to, and they were doing things to me, it should have just been between us, and they should have left. And if anything, but I can't say it enough, guys. I had no desire to know Emma's name. I had no desire to get involved with that. I knew shit like this would happen. That's why I didn't want no part of it. But some people, they just get an interest in you. So, and there's nothing you can do. Don't matter how many hours you sit here saying, leave me alone. I have no interest. I can destroy you, but I have no interest. Like, I'm over all that. I don't want to know you. I don't know your name. I'm not coming after you. I'm not going against you. Nothing matters what you say because they have interest in you. So I've tried everything. I've tried telling you guys how it's all about love, and I do believe love conquers hate. This is not love. When I say love conquers hate, I'm talking about God, and I'm talking about your afterlife. And sometimes you'll get moments in real life where some good people will break through all the hatred and make things better, but that's not really what I'm talking about with love conquering hate. I think about all the pain I've been through growing up and all the moments that helped make me damaged inside, where I push people away. That has nothing to do with my time on YouTube. So I really have no plans for this stream, but I will be deleting my channel after this stream. I just didn't know what I wanted. I deserve a final stream, whether it's you guys just fucking with me ordering pizzas for 8 hours or calling the cops, or whether it's just me streaming in peace and you guys just let me stream. But either way, I deserve one final stream. I was deciding how I wanted to go, because I've done so much. I deserve to have a proper goodbye stream. And I don't think a proper goodbye stream is me sitting here bawling my head off while people laugh at me and clip me. And watch it over and over after I go away. So all I know for sure is after everything that has happened, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that this is not for me. You know, I'm not sure what I signed up for when I came on here, but I know what I was looking for. I was looking for friendship and love and to build something. So, yeah. I just want to make it very clear, even to the very end here, that no matter what I said, I had no interest in knowing Emma. I had no interest. I can't say it enough. I didn't want to know what she looked like. I knew by the way people were telling me when they started talking, I knew it was another Isaac wannabe. Whether she's good at it or whether she's not, I just moved on from all that. So I know Isaac's full of shit, but Isaac told me one time, he said, JP, we don't go after anybody that doesn't come after us. If you want to think that, sure. I don't know what to say to that. That is such bullshit. That is such bullshit. So I could spend 8 hours ranting about Emma because I didn't deserve to have somebody that is that nasty to come into my life. I never called her out. She just found interest in me. So I guess she's out to ruin different channels, and she's trying to be like Isaac. She's trying to build a reputation for herself. She's kind of doing it, but she's not fully there. But that's what I can see it all. That's what she's doing. It's very simple. It's not a hard thing to figure out. She intimidates people, she makes fun of people, and she just tears people and channels down. And she's growing her channel off the back of people like me. And she's proud of it, you know. So she's an Isaac Guest wannabe. That's what Isaac did to Charlie and stuff, you know. But I just want to make it clear. I think people know this, but and I can't even begin to guess how many times I have said I don't have no interest in Emma, but that didn't work. So maybe that was the wrong thing to say. Maybe I should have said, "Oh, hi, Emily," and just I don't know. But I'm not going to sit here and be somebody I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and try to pander to people that I truly think are disgusting and they physically make me sick. I'm not that way. I'm real. So I could never pretend to be okay with somebody that does that and that is like that. But never in a million years did I think my community could be influenced the way they were to go to somebody like that and leave me while I'm sitting here crying over them. I never thought I just never it never crossed my mind that that could happen with my people. I've seen it happen with other communities with Isaac in the past where he would influence people to leave others and like Planet Randy, I want my peachy, right? Like I've seen it happen before, but I just gave my people more credit. The ones that were saying that they were in love with me or that they really cared for me, I just thought they were different. I thought I had something more real than what something like Planet Randy had, or somebody I should say like Planet Randy or so many others. But I guess I was like a father, right? Your kid could be the ugliest kid in the world, but he's going to be the best. It's your kid. You're going to look through past all the flaws, and you're going to say my kid is the most beautiful, right? I guess I was looking at my community like that, like they were my friends. When people would talk the way Emma does, or when they would bring up shit from 2018 that Isaac already doxed, they were never impressed. They would always just have my back because it wasn't a big deal, you know? We all make mistakes. I don't know. But and plus Isaac never got them to flip, some of them. So I just I just thought of it differently. I raised them up, and so I don't know. I don't understand how people can go from loving you and then you don't change at all, and then they just all of a sudden they're bullies towards you. They I don't understand it. They've seen everything that have they've been here while it happened live, and they always had my back. And now that Emma's uploading live streams, laughing at these different moments, all of a sudden I don't understand how can they be influenced like that by somebody. But these aren't the people I knew. It's a dagger in my heart. So I don't know how I want this last stream to go. You guys heard everything I had to say. What good does it do to sit here and focus on Amber lying about shit and asking you guys, why are you okay with her lying? I've already done it. It doesn't do anything. And I try to not justify, but I try to understand it in my mind by saying, well, look at Isaac, right? Look at all the shit he just covered up, and it's blatant lies, and people just go with it. Does it surprise you? Yeah, it kind of does, because Isaac never lied about rape. Yeah, a little bit. Isaac lied about beating his wife. That's some serious shit, especially when his wife is showing scars all over her back and people are still overlooking it. Yeah, I mean, I can believe people can just fool themselves or something. I don't know if they want to like somebody, but I don't know. I lying about the hashtag Me Too movement, I think, is a little more serious than some guy saying, I never beat my wife. Like I don't know. I would think lying about rape, it bugs me. As someone who was really raped when he was 9 years old, that bugs me that somebody can lie about that, lead someone on, and nothing happens. I don't get no answers. People just laugh at me while I'm trying to figure it out. It's so weird. So this is not for me. This is not what I signed up for. Like I said, I signed up to lift people up and to build friendships and to, if I'm lucky enough along the way, find love. So I was starting to think that way because all the women that were coming my way acting like they had a thing for me, but I realized that as much as it don't make sense to me, it's in front of my face. So I have to say I realized that Isaac was right when he said that people are laughing at me, not with me. So I don't know how I can get myself to sit here and talk about how much I love my supporters with how much I've been hurt. People have flipped on me where I haven't done a single thing to them. That's why it's not for me. That's why, like, I never did a single thing to Matthew. But for some reason, he's over there with Emma saying that he hates me because I make fun of his autism and I threw him under the bus. You're telling me Emma didn't influence this shit? You guys are nuts. I always stuck up for Matthew. I'm finding out things, people hate me for reasons that I know never happened. And there's no way they saw it with their own eyes or heard it with their own ears. So why are they believing somebody who's clearly out to hurt others? But she successfully ruined it. She did. She ruined, I'm no longer having fun here. That's because of Emma. Every time I go live, there's just a whole bunch of pizza orders, and there's, even though with the police, you're not doing anything wrong, so it's false police reports, not a big deal. The whole point is the reason the trolls do it is because who wants to be harassed while they're live? It's not worth it. So they keep doing it until you go away. And I can't create a new channel and just tell Casey for reasons already talked about, because these people that are obsessed over me to the point where it's been weird for a while now. Like, that's the only thing I know how to say, is because they just don't leave you alone. They just want to see you fail so bad. And they do everything they can to just laugh in your face and get you in the wrong mind frame. So I just don't know if I should focus on people like that. But But if anybody out there truly believes that Emma didn't influence this at all, you guys, I don't know what to say to you because you guys are dumb. You guys just can't see it, I guess. But there's people that left me for reasons that I didn't do anything to them other than love them and give them shout outs every time they'd come in my chat, joke with them, do impressions, make them smile. As long as they were giving me laughing faces, it would make me do it more and more. Just being a class clown, you know, it's a fun place. And that was all ruined. And I think it's a shame that somebody who was offering that, people that offer that to others, how they get bullied off this by people who just tear others down. And I'll never understand. I don't know. I'm a little confused because some of these people have told me for years that they're against cyberbullying, but it makes no sense to me because that's what they have become. So she has definitely influenced this. I don't see what's so special about her. I've done my streams where I'm ranting where it's obvious nobody wants to fuck her. Like I've pointed out every little fucking thing that I can see through. I even showed the real her from some beautiful honey that people are gonna thirst over to some fucking whacked out Chinese looking chick, right? Like seriously, the difference is unreal. The difference is really, really unreal. But nobody, it's like you got to leave, JP. Nobody's going to back you. Nobody, like, I don't know what's so special. There's a complete fucking difference. There's that, right? I can see why Brady wants to pretend to be daddy daughter with that, right? And then there's, do not look at my crooked butt chin. The saggy bag eyes. Oh, mugshot not supposed to look good. Totally different fucking person. And I am sorry. I look at that and I don't see beauty. That does not turn me on. I think that's kind of ugly. Makeup can fix a lot of that, sure. But there's the raw, real person, and that don't turn me on. That could turn me on, right? We go to a hotel room, absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and lie, but that doesn't do it for me. It's just not my type. Okay. But that's the person, no matter what point I try to illustrate, that's the person that's tearing others down and making fun of them. I can understand, like, I don't understand, but I can see why, I don't know. I guess not everybody's just as real as me, right? If I see somebody, if Emma really looked like her profile picture, then I wouldn't quite say you shouldn't tear people down right away, right? But I don't want to sit here. It doesn't do me any good. It doesn't get anybody on my side. It just pisses people off when I talk like this. So I just wish you guys could see. I wish you guys could see that anybody can be what they want behind a keyboard. You know, but when you find out who they really are, they're pathetic. They're nowhere near what they represent themselves to be. This stream here, guys, I've done everything. I want to rant, but it's going to be a repeat. Me ranting, talking about, you know, their internet marriage and why can't they find anybody that wants to fuck them, or why can't they be together if they're going to be engaged? They didn't even see each other. They can't even cross the border. Why would they even waste their time? Right? They're both felons or something, or they'd be together right now. Something's up there. So, but I've talked like this for hours and hours and hours, and people just get mad. So you obviously don't want to recognize that. You don't want to accept that. So I got to just move on and just let you guys have whatever, you know, just be over there. But I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by somebody who hides who they are, who has those kind of insecurities. and they spend all their time harassing others and tearing others down. So the reason I'm talking about this right now in the beginning here is because I just want to make it clear to everybody that I had no interest in Emma. All you fans of Emma, I think people know that. I've said it plenty of times. When I would talk bad about her, that's when I would talk about her when she first started coming around. That's because she was creating fake accounts of women saying that they're scared of Emma, and I was trying to help those women thinking they were real. I was trying to keep anybody that was acting like they're supporting me. You guys can't see how she was playing everything and how she influenced everything. I don't think that person, I had two people that came to me in the past, and I don't think they were trolls. They came to me and they were trying to get, I think it was advice. They said, JP, watch out for Emma. She's very mentally fucked. Just like, don't mess with her. She's mentally ill. Like she gets obsessed and like she'll make false police reports and she fucks with people. And I'll never forget what I told them when they would tell me this stuff in the beginning. I don't care about Emma. Like, I have no interest. I'm not going against her. I'm not going against anybody. But it seemed like nobody wanted to believe that. I think people, I don't understand, but I think people for some reason don't want me to do drama free. They don't want me to move on past them. Maybe they think, maybe they're afraid I will grow. Maybe they're afraid I will get really, really popular with my kind of impressions and my kind of being there for people, and you know, people coming in saying I'm going on a diet and I'm there saying good for you, you can do it, that kind of shit. And I think I didn't leave this yet because it's just, I don't know. Maybe a part of me felt like the people that did this, that flipped, some of them would see how much it affected me and how much I loved them, and they would leave Emma and come back and just, you know, try to move on. But that's not happening. They're actually, it looks like they're just supporting my mom being messed with. And so I guess the biggest thing I can't understand before I move on from this is how people can be so fake. It's one thing if they're that way, right? But how can they, for so long, how can they lead somebody on and make that person feel like, I just don't understand. That is so rotten. So there's so many thoughts that go through my mind trying to understand everything, as far as we're all raised differently. And I don't know. I kind of think of like the cartel videos when you see these gang members chopping off limbs and the people screaming, or they're, you know, I seen a video of I guess it was a cop in Mexico. It was the cartel video, right? But they had a cop and his son there, his young son. And I'll never forget this. The cop, I guess obviously because he was a cop, I don't know if he put one of them in jail or if just because he's a law officer. I don't know. But either way, he was a police officer. The backstory, he was a cop and the younger kid was his son. They were both handcuffed and they cut off the father's head in front of the son while the son's screaming, and they're decapitating the father. And they hold up the father's head, and then the kid's screaming, if I remember this correctly, and he's like just crying and stuff. Can you imagine seeing that? And then they proceed, after they're done with the father, and this kid was only like 12 years old. He was a young kid. He wasn't like 20 something. Then they proceed to kick the kid down. I think he has his hands tied behind his back, but they kick him so he's laying, and they cut open his chest, and the one cartel member pulls out his heart, and the kid's still alive. Like, it's insane how the body works. And he starts eating the heart and stuff. So not everybody's going to have a big heart. You know, I watch that stuff and I'm like, even if that's a cop, even if it's a rival gang member, no matter who it is, the person that's doing this as a human being, how can you sleep at night? Like, how can you do that to somebody and a child as a human being to another human being? I understand the hatred, the You're supposed to be against certain people, but once you start doing something, how do you continue doing it? But those people exist. That's the world we live in, and you know, I know it's no big deal to you guys, but I really think it's very just rotten. You shouldn't do that to people. You shouldn't go into people's lives and act like you really care for them and talk with them a lot. And if you don't mean it, like, you shouldn't do that to somebody. I wish I could have made a difference on here, maybe even in that way, change some people, but I wasn't successful at any of that. So I'm sorry if you guys hear the fan going on and off in the background. I gotta have the air on because it gets a little stuffy up here after a while. So I'm not going to bore you guys today with trying to understand it publicly. But I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody to grow up. I'm not going to do any of that crap. I spent so much time doing that, and it just seems like it makes things worse. So I'm going to give everybody what they want, and I try to make it clear why I was here. I was not here to go against. Some people are here to go against Isaac, and then when they're done with that, like how I'm done with that, then they'll move on to another person, and their whole purpose here is to impress you. Their whole purpose here is to validate themselves within you, and to build an online reputation so they can feel important in life, so they have something to turn to. I just don't. I'm not that way. Like I don't have I don't have any desire just to come on here, move from person to person, and treat them like I did Isaac. That's not my purpose. That's Emma's purpose. That's not my purpose. My purpose was to do what I was doing, and that's come on here, act like Chris Farley, and make people smile. Make an ass out of myself, make myself look like a total fool. But take for granted that people know you're doing that on purpose to be entertaining. I don't know. But there's nothing I can do to change how it is on YouTube now. That much is clear to me. There's nothing I can say to make Emma go away. And I'm not talking about deleting her channel. I'm talking about the only thing I could have said, I said instantly. Right? As soon as somebody came in with her name, the very first time, I was like, who the hell's Emma? I don't care, right? That's the most you could do, is say, I don't care about that person. Like, I'm not going after them. I want nothing to do with them. I'm not impressed. I see them for what they are. They're just Isaac. And I'm doing my own thing. Those days are over for me. But that didn't work. So I'll spend the rest of my days, when I think about this experience, I'll spend the rest of my days blaming Brady. I do think that he's a part of all these damn troll communities, and I do think, I just think he was the wrong individual to let into my community. He was cool with me for a while. He would private message me, call me bro every other sentence. Anybody that talks to him privately probably knows what I'm saying. It's just bro, right? But anyways, so I didn't know he was that kind of person. People, they act one way, but then you find out their true colors. I didn't know he was the kind that tries to get people to kill themselves and stuff. He didn't give me that vibe at first. And then I trolled Evo. Evo was trying to find out where I work to get me fired, because that's the losers you are. You try to affect other people's lives like that. You take internet bullshit and make it real life. So so I decided to play a piece of shit. She had no idea where I worked. She still doesn't to this day, where I don't work anymore, but she still doesn't know where I worked. It wasn't at Tyson, but she's there bugging these different companies and then gloating that she got me fired when I quit my job because of a reason that had nothing to do with the internet. So, which I won't get into because it's really none of your business, but it had nothing to do with the internet. Believe that. And then I came on here and said Evo made me lose my job. I was playing I was playing a dipshit that likes to meddle that's bored. So I was playing games, right? And that's why Brady said he flipped because I lied about losing my job. That's his excuse that I saw when I asked him. One of them. So I don't know how. Again, I didn't even do anything to him. I didn't even do anything to him. It was towards somebody else, right? But then, I would have never accepted him into my community, gave him my time if I knew he was the type of person that has those obsessive issues where he's the kind of clown that you see on those gore sites making fun of people that are killing themselves and stuff, So, I know what type he is. He put me through enough. I know what type he is. And, I guess I just draw these people in because I'm an easy target. I'm an easy target for everybody to, I don't know. What I wanted on here was taken away. What I wanted on here, it's no more, so it's no longer fun. And when it stops being fun, and you stop getting the goosebumps when you click go live, it's time to go. And I don't get those goosebumps anymore. The excitement's not there. I used to get goosebumps every time I click go live during every stream because you just never know what happens, and it was just a good time, and you never know who's going to pop into your life that you haven't seen for a year, if that's going to happen, and then you see them for one night only, and then you don't see them for another 2 years. I've had that happen with so many different people, but that's all changed for me. And now I can't go live, and I can't even have the chats open because you guys just say I'm a loser the whole time, and you guys, I don't know. Emma comes in here, and it's very, very vile. When she comes in here, she just, I don't know. It's very toxic. So you just have those types of people in this world. And that's why that saying got started. I'm sure it got started a long time ago. It just takes a few bad people to make things that much worse. You don't need a bunch of bad people, just a few bad individuals to well, if you look what I had before Emma came into my life, I had a lot better than this. So, you can't say she didn't influence anything. But that's the only reason why I was talking about her, because she was talking to me in private and I didn't know it was her. She was saying how scared she was of herself. Her whole goal was to get me to give her time. And it worked. Because she just wouldn't stop with everything. She just would not stop. I don't, so I just don't understand. So I won't do this the whole stream, guys. I just don't understand how my people fell for that, and how some of my people were influenced by that when I was clear that I'm not going against her. But I guess she just started focusing on my bad moments and my clips from 2018 where I'm doing walking streams acting like Beavis and Butthead, and Isaac's calling me a pedophile from it. I guess she just started redigging that old shit and just talking about it every Friday, and people got influenced. I don't know. All I know is I'm not a bad person in life, so there's nothing else out there. So I don't have to watch anything. I know it's just clips that the trolls got of me saying the N-word to Isaac, or me breaking my laptop, and just shit from 2018 of when I went to prison because I tried to commit suicide by a cop because my dad died. I mean, people want to hate on me for that. I think once you find out Emma's skeletons in her closet, like I'm free. I'm clear. My life's an open book because of Isaac, not because of Emma. The only thing Emma's doing is just living in 2018. Jesus. So I thought we were past all that. Everybody's already seen that shit, but I guess I don't know. I have no idea, but I think the most when I think about everybody that has hurt me, I do think that and I think about everybody who really led me on and everybody that I can remember, and I do think Amber was the most heartless to lie like that and to I don't even think it's worth talking about everything she would tell me over the phone. And I'm not talking about just about her life. I'm talking about how she wanted to meet up with me, talking about having kids with me, and then it just I don't know. I think anybody would be confused and hurt, and I think some people would be taking it worse than I am, believe it or not. I think some would be on here nonstop telling Mark Rydell to help them. Like, I think some people would like. It depends who you hurt like that. I mean, I'm making it public that I was affected, but I think some people would make it their goal. Because that's rotten. I just hope that if I ever lie about something really, really bad, like really serious to people, to either to fit in or to just have somebody's time and fuck with them, whatever my purpose is, I hope that if I ever come out and say, yeah, about that, guys, I was lying to that person, I hope the people that I lied, or I just hope people accept it like they did with her. I know I don't have that kind of luck, but I hope people just don't bring it up. Just like, oh, okay, when are you going to stream next, or when do you want to hang out next? Like, I don't quite understand. I would think people, but then she's with Isaac's group, so of course. I just can't believe people are the way they are, man. It's heartbreaking. It's heart shattering, and they just seems like the more you whine about it, the more they smile. It's like a game, and it's not a game. I'm hurt. It's not a game. I'm not playing a game. I'm not, you flipped on me, so I'm gonna get you back. No, it's me saying, what the fuck's wrong with you people? What the fuck's wrong with people in general? Whew. So, anyways, sorry I'm talking about it. This is my last stream, guys. I'm just trying to make sure everybody fully understands why I'm gonna delete my channel and walk away from this. You know, I hope some people realize that. I hope some people realize how many streams I did and how many hours I devoted to you guys, to your entertainment, and I hope some people give me credit out there. I always said I wasn't dedicated to different things, and I just don't have the dedication. When it came to live streaming, I really, really did dedicate a lot of my time to this. I did 16-hour streams, like night in and night out, stream after stream for 7 years. I can only imagine how many hours combined I did on here. I can only imagine. Like, it would probably blow my mind if I would know the amount of hours that I dedicated to streaming. It has to be well over. I mean, it's easily over like 200 hours. It has to be. You think about it, right? Most streams went for at least an hour and a half, at least minimum. How many streams did I do? And for all of it to just go away because of an individual, and for all those moments, you're telling me hundreds of hours of streaming was nothing of me being terrible to people? Come on. But people don't want to remember anything good, and it's heartbreaking. it's like none of it meant nothing. And that's so much energy and time for what? I was doing that to build something with you guys, but it was all taken. So I just don't understand why people like Emma can't build their own shit without harassing others. Why can't they just go on there and just talk to people and just, why do they gotta build their shit by making other people go away and by making fun of others and belittling people and trying to get people to obsess over them so they can go back and, why does that exist? It's for somebody like me who and I'm not going to create another channel and just tell Casey because there's no desire to do that. That thought don't even cross my mind. If I would go live, one, you're going to have Brady following you. He's going to be searching for me. And then as soon as that happens, he tells everybody, and I might as well just have this, right? So that it's more energy wasted. And I won't do private streams. I won't do streams where you guys can't order pizzas and harass me, and to stream in peace. Because if I only have 2 or 3 people watching with 2 or 3 likes, 2 or 3 people in the chat, it's going to break me down because it's going to be a constant reminder of the number that has flipped on me because I know what I used to have. It's also heartbreaking and I can't do it. So there is no, Casey wants me to stay just for her. If everybody else has hurt me, then just stay for me because I love you. I can't do that because it's a constant reminder of everybody that has hurt me. And I don't want to live like that. I don't want to, I'd rather just move on. That's like when I was raped. That's why I don't get counseling. Growing up, I would tell people when you get counseling, all they want to do is talk about what happened and you cry about it, whatever, right? I want to move on. I don't want to, maybe that's what helps you heal. Nobody said healing is easy. So talking about the shit and crying about it, if that helps you heal, then great. But me personally, I want to move on from certain things, certain bad things. I'm not the only one like that, I'm sure. You want to live your life. You don't want to talk about those moments. You don't want to rehash that shit, right? You're more than willing to just ignore it and move on. I don't want anything to happen to Amber's kids. They look like they're sweet kids. But I am desperate for something to happen to her. So when I talk about Mark Rydell messaging her kids and stuff, all that's in my mind is Amber being affected. But so I just want to make that clear. All right. I don't want to get off topic or anything, but it's one thing to do me wrong. I just can't believe she's getting away with it. It's another thing to do me wrong, but to do all of you wrong. Like I thought I was like, oh, there I got her, right? Holy shit. But it didn't do anything. I never seen somebody who could just say, yeah, I lied about my ex to him. And everybody's like, oh, good, right? They don't take in count what she lied about, if that's true. And I never seen a group of people that are okay with being lied to just for that person to fit in. I've seen groups where that has happened and they call that person out and they flip on that person. For some reason, you guys aren't doing that with her. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't like liars. And she lied to somebody. I'm hoping she's lying to you guys. I'm not going to lie about that. Because if she's lying to me, I think that is the most monstrous thing you can do. She lied about her kids. She lied about her ex. She lied about everything then. Because she was saying her kids witnessed some of this terrible stuff. I won't get into it because nobody cares, but I just can't see how everybody is okay with her just blatantly lying to them just so she can fit in. I just don't understand why people wasted my time. Why would Amber do that? There was no, I didn't ask for somebody like that. I already had that with Roxanne, right? I was getting away from it. And then I guess Carrie was watching that and saying, nah, he hasn't been hurt enough. Let me get my cunt daughter involved, right? It is what it is. So I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe about her ex. I don't know if he was the monster that she made him out to be, or if it's just a relationship that didn't work out for one reason or another, and she's just spreading rumors about him on the internet because she's that kind of ex. I don't know. She was very convincing, but so was Roxanne, right? So I guess I'll believe what she's telling you, the new story, right? We'll go with the new story. She led me on. What's her reason for leading me on? Casey didn't tell me that. Why would she lie to me? Did she cover that? So, anyways, I won't stay on this topic because it's not doing anything, and it doesn't make me feel better. It makes me angrier and angrier. So I'll move on. But I just can't believe people. I can't believe she's getting away with what she did. I can't believe there's. I just can't believe everybody lost support for me. Not Highlander's not going to do anything to her. Nobody. Adam. Nobody. Nobody is going to be upset at Emma making me leave. I know I'll get through this because I'm a survivor, but you guys sure have a way of making somebody feel worthless, and that worthless feeling, that's a killer. Like it can kill you. That worthless feeling is so terrible. You know, it starts with what really kicks off that worthless feeling is people making you forget, people making you think you're forgettable, right? First comes that forgettable feeling, and then worthlessness isn't far behind. And I'm sure everybody can see why I would feel that way since I've been here for 7 years, and people spent year after year telling me how much they cared for me, and now they're over there laughing while Emma calls social services on my mom and making false police reports saying I'm stabbing my mom and calling electric companies and plumbing companies and pizza places. And I just never I just never thought the people that I loved would join in on that. At worst, they wouldn't have my back, but to become a part of it and celebrate that, I never saw that coming. But it's here. And it hurts, and they got what they wanted. They don't want me here, so I keep thinking, maybe some kind of karma will happen where Emma's not who they thought she was. And once I go away, maybe they'll get bored, or maybe something will be missing that I offer that she doesn't to them. And maybe that'll happen. I don't know. That would be the best case scenario for me, to go away. People act like they hate you, and then they start missing you, right? That would be the best case scenario. But I don't think that'll happen because I went away for a month and I didn't get one message. So, you know, I just don't understand what I did that was so bad. Anything I did with Pumpkin Love's husband's picture, anything like that, Brady's done 10 times worse to me about my father, and you guys are okay with him. So I don't understand why I'm different. Nobody can explain why you guys get mad at me when I do the same thing that people already do to me. But you're friends with that. I will never understand that. And when Casey told me that Brady's a mod for Amber's streams, I was like, how the hell? How the hell can you be so hypocritical? How can that be Amber? How can somebody make me like I'm starting wanting to I want to break something now. Like how can Well, I'm gonna move on from it. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't understand it, and it's bugging me because I can't grasp it. But I just want you to know that it doesn't matter. But anyways, either way, I didn't sign up to have everybody leave me and to everybody just. The thing is, they don't just leave; they join somebody that's fucking with your life. I don't understand that. I can understand people losing support and leaving, and some have done that, and I respect them for not joining that shit. But some of the people that led me on the most are over there. I can't believe seeing thumbnail after thumbnail of me crying about my father is not a turnoff to them. I can't believe it was all nobody cared about me. Can you guys imagine how you would feel if you did what I did and then it turns out like this? If you went live, like you guys know what I'm saying, it was for nothing. You got to ask yourself, how would you handle it? How would you feel? Some of you that say, "Oh, I'll just get off the internet." It didn't work out, right? I'm doing that, but you're telling me that once you get off the internet, it's not going to bug you? How you didn't mean nothing to these people that act like they look so forward to your company? If it's one person that owes me an apology on here, there's a lot, but it's Amber. It is Amber. And I was telling myself in the beginning that I won't stop until she gives me an apology, but I really don't want to talk to her. Like I don't want to see her face. I don't want to like I'm so disgusted to the point where I talk about her dying in an accident. You know I'm disgusted, right? These people make me think that I did a stream and I attacked them first. Like I'm just you know, I don't know what Emily does during her streams to influence my most loyal people to hate me, but it's all shit Isaac already did that didn't matter to them before, so I don't understand it. And as far as all the clips out there of me, that's because Pumpkin Love was fucking with me and shit, was just hurting me and different people. But that's why that exists. That you guys should understand this. What made you flip? Simply Me said that she's leaving because it's the same thing. I guess because I'm being repetitive. I'm talking about owning Isaac all the time, right? That's how I took that. Okay, that's great. You know, you lost interest in me, whatever. I'll never see her again, right? Screw this, I'm out of here. And then I never see her again. But that didn't happen. Why would she go over there and become a part of that just because I was gloating about owning Isaac and the things about Nicole leaving Isaac and stuff and giving Nicole voice? Well, all this shit. I could see people getting tired of that and I could see people losing, but I can't understand why you would then go and get my mom harassed. What is wrong with these people? What did I do to Simply Me to make her hate me that much that she wants to see me get messed with? That's what I don't understand. I don't give a fuck about the Bradys. They're the ones that want this. I'm wondering how the hell they convinced people like that to support that. Like, what did I do to them? You know, so it's not fun no more. So I'm leaving. You know, I come on here and I'm being here for certain people, and then I go to bed and I wake up and that person's over with Emma, and you know, while they talk to your ex and shit. But don't talk to their exes. You're a monster if you talk to their exes, right? I don't understand what I did that made me deserve that kind of hatred. I'd have a little more easier under. I, uh, I'm not the problem. I know this for a fact. I fell in love with fake people, and the only thing I can figure out what draws them to me is my big heart, the way I talk online about suffering from depression and being lonely and looking for love in all the wrong places. And I guess that's what draws them in. They see somebody, they see a they see they see a hurt individual that can be easily fucked with, I guess. I don't know. I've never experienced this in my life, or I would act different if I've experienced people abandoning me and forgetting about me overnight and hurting me, but I've never experienced people running to your enemies. And I don't understand how you guys can support. I don't know. I feel like the more I talk about it, the more I'm asking for it to happen. So I just wish I could slap you guys and just, because you wasted my time. You went from telling me how much you love me to supporting somebody who's calling the cops saying I'm stabbing my mom. How does it become like that? I can't understand it. And I could sit here night in, night out, hour after hour, and it's going to just stay this way. So I weighed out my options, about moving on without these people because they don't deserve me. Uh, so I think actions speak louder than words, and they are where they belong. As much as that hurts, they are where they belong. If they're okay with that and they look forward to that shit, then they can have her. They can have her ugly fucking hypocritical ass. They really can have her, and I hope she entertains them more than I did, I guess. I don't know. Um, but I know what I offered them, she could never offer them. Somebody that'll be there for them, somebody that will love them for them, and somebody that will make them smile, you know? I know for a fact that a lot of my streams, I didn't come on here tearing other people down. I came on here putting my shirt here looking like I'm wearing a two-piece doing Baywatch skits to make people laugh. That's different than what these other streamers are offering them. So if they want to leave this and hurt this for that, then they are where they belong. I don't know why they were ever here in the first place. That's what's pissing me off. Why weren't they just with Isaac the whole time? If they're just like Guest Mob, why the fuck were they here? So, anyways, I'm not I'm not going to I don't know if I said this already or not. I'm getting off track, but I weighed out my options I have left, and I really don't see any reason to keep fighting with for this. If I keep going live, I won't make another channel. I don't want just Casey. Casey is so annoying. She is so I don't want that because I had so much better and they all flipped. So it's a reminder of what I lost. It's not a reminder of who I have, it's a reminder of what I lost. You went from over 60 likes per stream to 5 likes, if you're lucky. But I hope some of you watching, I hope you realize that, yeah, I did some people wrong. I did some things that weren't the best choices. But some of these people that have became bullies towards me, I didn't ask for it. Like, I didn't do anything to them. That's the part that's confusing me. Excuse me. I can see Pumpkin Love being spiteful, being angry, and celebrating my mom being fucked with because I'm sure I hurt her feelings, or if I didn't, I could have, right? That was insensitive. But how the hell can Amber do what she's doing, being so fucking rotten to me when she's okay with Brady? Brady did the exact same thing to me that I did to Pumpkin. How the hell can she have that as a mod, but don't want to, but just how? It can't be because Brady's some great looking guy. He's ugly as fuck. He's grayer than Michael Green. He's a rotten individual who puts train emojis after every little fucking thing, making fun of me. He's obsessed over my weak moments. How the hell can't she despise that? That's worse than what I did. I took a picture, right? He's there telling me, I never told Pumpkin Love to kill herself. I never took that picture, said he's burning in hell. You need to kill yourself so you can burn in hell with him. This is why this makes no sense to me. The only answer is they were frauds, and that kills me because I spent 6 fucking years with some of these individuals just for this. You're damn right I want some revenge. You're damn right I want somebody to be impacted, but it's not going to happen because I don't know. Either people are afraid of Emma or I never mattered. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'll tell you one fucking thing. I'll tell you one fucking thing. And then I'll end it here because I know you guys don't want me bitching about Emma the whole time, but I'll tell you one fucking thing. I don't even have her picture. I threw it in the trash. There, it's in my trash area. I'll tell you one fucking thing. That doesn't scare me. That looks like somebody who's a reject in life who has to use fucking AI to impress fucking thirsty men on the internet. Like that right there does not impress me at all. That doesn't fucking impress me at all. You just look at that face and you see misery. Look at her. Like, you can tell the anger that's in her and shit. Like, I can see through people. I don't know if you guys can. Maybe some of you don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm not impressed by that. That can go live every Friday night and tear others down. I'm not fucking impressed. I really ain't. I have a way of looking into somebody's eyes and just seeing through their front that they put on. So I don't see why anybody would be scared of that. I don't see why anybody would be impressed by that. There's some beautiful women out there, right? That don't have to make AI pictures and shit. I don't see why anybody would fear that. Like, she can't even cross the border, right? Like, who cares if she's good at calling? Who cares? People fuck with your real life. Like, don't be scared of it. But that's what they do. That's what Isaac did with Charlie. That's how he built this reputation, got all these subscribers. It was off Charlie's back. It was off harassing Charlie, driving 10 hours to make videos of him in his face and stuff, saying he's going to fight him, but he shows up to the fight in flip-flops, right? You know he was never serious. And then they build this reputation. They tear others down. They make people go away, and they achieve certain things. And as they do that, person after person, they start building this reputation of big, bad, scary fucking cunt rag, right? Somebody not to mess with. That's what Isaac did. And I just wish I could get it through I wish I could get it through people's minds on here. Don't be scared by people like Isaac. They order you pizzas. They do things to fuck with your personal life, right? Because they're losers. And they get triggered and they get stuck on you. But they're like, whatever. I'm not impressed. I think that much is obvious. I wasn't impressed from the moment I heard her name because I knew what was coming. Isaac was different. Isaac, I was like, let's go, motherfucker, right? And it was back and forth. I don't know how much more clear I could have made it where this is not an Isaac situation. I have no interest. I don't care. Right? I'm not coming into her life. I don't know that name. She just wanted to come into my life. Maybe she wanted to see if she could tear it all down. I don't fucking know. I think Brady went to her and said that she can fuck with me. He knows somebody that they can fuck with. And it was all from him. But I don't think Emma realizes how stupid she fucking sounds when she's there telling me that her and Brady have a thing where they pretend to be daddy and daughter, a little fun thing in the background, right? She makes it sound like it's non-sexual, but Brady's mind's somewhere else. Well, anyways, daddy-daughter thing and all this shit, which she isn't. Well, anyways. anyways, so she doesn't realize how fucking retarded she sounds. Talking about Brady, about that little thing, and then talking about how I'm not a real man because I couldn't afford $1,500 for an engagement ring for her, like Hat Man can. So, she doesn't realize how stupid she sounds as a woman talking like that. Just because a guy has money or flaunts money and can buy you stuff to prove it doesn't mean he's a real man. She could meet up with Hat Man and he could beat her every fucking day. She has no idea how retarded she sounded when she was talking like that to me. When she said, "Do you have $1,500 to get an engagement ring?" I said no, but I should have followed that up with, "And I wouldn't do it until I met you." But I didn't know they didn't meet each other at the time. I didn't know it was an internet marriage. I thought, I have, whatever. It's shit you find out after you're not talking to her. If I would have known all that shit, I would have tore her apart with those comments. When she was making those comments to me, like, I would have just made her look so fucking dumb. But anyways, just because a guy buys you a $1,500 engagement ring, which really isn't that expensive with today's prices. But anyways, and who knows, it's probably like an $8 little mood ring, right? And he's telling her it's $1,500. All I'm trying to say is when she was saying that stuff to me, she was looking so fucking desperate and stupid as a woman. Why would you settle for that? And it just exposed to me that she has no idea what a real man is. And that's why she probably has been fucked with her whole life, right? She's probably one of those women that get fucked and the guys just leave and she's probably cheated on all the time and she's hurt and, right? Goes through a lot of bullshit with men. Probably because she doesn't know what to look for. So she gets the wrong kind. Tell you right now, a guy that buys you a $1,500 ring without meeting you, he's not a good guy. He's a desperate guy, and some of them can be dangerous. You don't know who they are. Somebody sent me a message saying that Emma's Hatman's Casey, that they're hypocrites and stuff. I don't know. I don't watch them. I don't know if she acts obsessed over him when he goes live and hearts and all this stuff, and if she gives him donations or anything. Like, I don't know any of this stuff. But that's a message I got. And just by going by that message, I take it that person watches them, so I'm not going to argue with them. If he says that Emma is Hatman's Casey, that they're hypocritical, I'll just go with that. She's probably drooling all over him every time he goes fucking live, right? I hope you guys see right through the bullshit. Why doesn't she have a real man? Talk about a real man. Why doesn't she have one that's with her right now? Why doesn't nobody want her? But I've already did those types of streams. It does nothing. So you guys just go support her. Go watch her build this fucking internet reputation. Try to go watch her. Man, I bet if I would watch one stream of her, I'd see nothing but Isaac. I swear. With what's being done, I swear. I would be so fucking disgusted. Anyways. Emma didn't make me this angry. It was my people supporting her. All right? So, I don't know how people can support her. But I'm not going to, it is what it is. I'm going to be leaving here, so I'm not achieving anything. I'm just wasting my final stream. I'm wasting my time during my final stream bitching about this stuff. So there's nothing I can say to make anybody feel bad. There's nothing. I've done it all. There's nothing I can do. So I think what's the most clear thing about my streams now is I'm confused. I don't understand. But that's okay. You guys do you. I'm going to I've talked about this so many times. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just move on to the next chapter in my life and see what God has planned, and did that and a third, right? But I know whatever my future holds, it doesn't, or whatever my future involves, it doesn't involve you guys. So I wouldn't be acting like this if people like Simply Me and Amber, if they just left and I don't see anything about them and I just don't, it's just like, well, right? But the fact that they went to somebody who's reaching out to my ex for content and just to try to cause bullshit, and who's making false police reports against me and my mom and just trying to make it stressful. I never saw that coming. And that's why it hit me the way it did. And I can't sit here and tell Simply Me and Amber and all these people that they should be ashamed of themselves, but because they're not. That's the people they are. I should have seen the signs. I've talked about all this, but I'll just say it one last time. I should have seen the signs. Amber was a habitual liar. She was just Roxanne. I should have seen that when she lied about having to change her kids' schools. Why would she lie about that, right? So that was the first big red flag that I ignored. There's no way she changed her kids' schools. And then the very next day when I went live, she was trying to come in my chats, and there's no way. There's no way none of that happened. There's no way. So again, she totally just made that up. That was a while ago too. It's nothing recent. She just made that up to, I guess, make me feel bad because we had a little bit of a falling out or something the night before. Whatever her reason was, either way, a liar is a liar. To make things up. I guess the signs were there, but it is what it is. If anybody owes me an apology that I'll never get, it's Amber. But anyways, I'm sorry I'm talking about this so much here. I'm just hurt. I'm leaving this. I know when I know once I end this stream, I'm just gonna delete my channel. I already deleted my Twitter. I think that was the first step. I think. Did I? Yes, I already deleted the Twitter. It's telling me to sign in again. So I was gonna leave my Twitter open for this last message and let the message requests open because I was gonna have Mark Rydell send me a message request. I was gonna ask Mark Rydell to send me a message request because I want to know if he's messing with Amber's kids. Just a simple yes or no, and I want to see what he would say to me. Because if he would have said no, if he would have sent me a message request and it said no, I'm not, I would have looked at him and I would have said, well, then if I were you, Mark, I would be very upset because Melissa is telling me that Amber and Emma are saying that you are. Now, they might be making up that lie. I can't believe Amber's such a fucking liar, man. God damn. I hope her ex did beat the shit out of her. What a disgusting cunt. Fuck. Anyways, maybe they're making up that because that one stream I was saying about him going after her kids, trying to make me look worse than I am. Maybe they're just trying to make me look worse and worse because they're just fucking monsters. They just like kicking somebody when they're down. So I was going to tell him if he would have said, no, I'm not. I would have told him, I would have been like, well, I'd be mad if I were you, Mark, because if that's true, for once you're innocent about some sick shit, right? You're not doing something and they're using your name to try to make me look bad. I think you should do something. I think Mark Rydell, like I said before, Mark Rydell is somebody who is he's not afraid to make a fake account or two, right? And if you do him wrong, I'm sure he gets a grudge and he gets mad. Well, what more wrong is there than somebody lying on your name? That's some serious fucking shit. They're claiming he's messing with her children. And I'm just going on the notion right now that it's not true, that he would say no. And I'm just saying, hypothetically, if that is true, like if that is the case, if I was him, thank God I'm not, but if I was him, knowing that these two fucking cunt rags are lying about me messing with children, right? My past is bad enough as it is. I don't need to be lied on and make it even worse. I would be pissed off if I was him. Because that's what they're doing currently. And they could, Amber did all this to hurt me, so why wouldn't she lie some more? Right? I did that stream where I was reaching out to Mark to do something because these people shouldn't get away with this shit. So let's say Mark is doing something so JP looks bad, right? I was going to leave my Twitter open just to see if he is messing with her kids or not. If he would say yes or no. I want to know, but it's not important because once a liar, always a liar. I wouldn't believe anything Amber says. I wouldn't, even with Mark Rydell. Like, I wouldn't believe it. She totally made up everything. Like, she's a liar. She's Roxanne. She can lie on Mark Rydell. She's doing it right now. Because I personally can't see any reason why Mark Rydell would randomly go after Amber's kids. That's very sudden. And it's funny how JP was talking about, and all of a sudden Emma's saying it's happening, right? I think they're just trying to make me look even worse. It's not enough to hurt me. You got to kick me until I go away, right? And I hope something bad happens to Amber because I did nothing but be there for her. I listened to her fake sob stories. I got angry at her mom and her ex for no reason, apparently. If she still talks to him, then the things she told me, she wouldn't talk to him if he did that stuff. So if she still talks to him, then he couldn't have been that bad. Don't matter if that's the father or not. The things she told me, the police are after him. The police, there's restraining orders. There's no way. So that was all lies. I hate liars. Whether she's lying to you guys or she's lying to me, she lied about the school thing in the past. So I just hate liars. That's why nobody has anything to do with her. It's starting to make sense. These people come into my life. Nobody wants to fuck them. She hasn't been fucked in over 10 years. The only one that's ever touched her is her abusive pedophile ex. Unless that's not really who he is. I don't know what to believe anymore. But she hasn't been touched in over 10 years. She can't be that good looking, right? She can't be that desirable in person. Or there'd be guys all over her. You got to use your common sense. So just because she seems so great to me on here, I'm finding out the real her. I'm finding out why nobody fucked her in 10 years. There's a reason for it, right? Just like there's a reason why Emma has to settle for the thought of Hat Man showing up to marry her. She accepts the engagement ring. He didn't even get down on one knee. He didn't even give it to her in person. How the hell does a woman accept that? Unless nobody else wants them. Or they feel that way, right? Most women would say, they'd be happy that somebody loves them like that and that wants to marry them, but they'd say, let's meet first, right? You wouldn't have an online fucking back and forth and just get engaged, and it's not normal. So anyways, I could sit here and I could rant about these things about these individuals that make them who they are, but it's over. I'm going to just spend the rest of this stream just chilling out with you guys. I have a headache already. So since if I can't understand it, why go in circles? Just let it go. It's one of those deals. It is what it is. You don't need an explanation. You don't need to understand it. Just move on, right? I think it's getting to the point where I'm more mad at you guys for not holding her accountable for lying to your face. I just can't believe this is the way it is. But I guess it is just Guest Mob I guess. Because Guest Mob would be okay with it. For reasons I already talked about. Jesus Christ. Isaac had like over 34 CPS cases against him. In and out of fucking prison. Docket after docket with domestic violence. It's all good, right? If 1/3 of that came out about me, Thankfully, I'm not a monster in life, and I'm not a loser. But if 1/3 of what people kept finding out about him would come out about me, man, look what's happening just with this shit, right? You know they'd come at me with pitchforks. Why is it so biased? Because he knows Michael Green? Fuck Michael Green. Fuck him. Fucking dude, right? I'm not even talking about him and Bridget. Fuck Michael Green. Isaac didn't know Angry Grandpa. Angry Grandpa only met him once. Angry Grandpa only ever met Isaac, who's supposed to be Michael's best friend, one time in 2017. They ain't as close as Isaac puts on. How often do you hear Michael talk about Isaac? I'm leaving y'all with some questions, and then I'm getting out of here. Ask yourself, how often do you hear Isaac talk about Michael being his best friend? And how often do you watch Michael Green vlogs and hear him talk about Isaac being his best friend? That's all I'm going to say. One likes the other more. One values the other one more than the other. That's all I'm saying. How can you be somebody's best friend? Right? And you talk like Angry Grandpa was like your grandpa, right? What? It's all so fucking idiotic, man. It's so... Anyways, just ask yourself who talks the way they do, right? Like, who talks about the other more? And I swear to God, for all the videos I saw with Michael Green throughout the years, I've heard him say Isaac's name 3 times. I'm not lying about that. That's all I can remember is 3 occasions, and it all involved either Angry Grandpa or Charlie, with Isaac helping. So he's an employee at best. But anyways, I guess that's why people look over Isaac's bullshit, because he knows Michael, and y'all are just... Michael's a celebrity, I guess, to you guys. Whatever. But I'll move on. I feel like I'm getting off track here. Once I start talking about Michael Green, I'm getting off track. So, it is what it is. As far as the people that abandoned me and is now over dedicated to Emma fucking with my mom, I'll say that over and over again, because it's a slap in Simply Me's face. Because that was everything she would... I don't understand it. I don't know. They can all get bent. Jesus Christ. I really wish... No. Maybe it's not... Maybe it's good Doug isn't here to see any of this shit. He'd have my back, though. If he'd hear me talking like this, even if I pissed him off, like, even if I did wrong, like, with... Like, if Punkin Love's husband, the picture of that, if that would have upset him as well, he'd see these final streams I'm doing, and he'd have a heart. I know Doug. He would hear my explanation, and he would hear about what people are doing to me. I know he would have my back. I just know it. I know he would hear when I talk about Amber did all this to me and hurt me like this because of Punkin Love's picture, but she has Brady as a mod, and he would hear my explanations of why Brady's so much worse than what I did than me. And then I think he'd have my back on this. I do. I think he would be in my chat. I think he would have a few opinions during his streams. I do think he'd see it from my point of view, at least a little bit, because this is ridiculous. So, I don't know. He's in a far better place. It's good he's not around to witness this stupid bullshit. He's somewhere where I want to be, but I'm a little fearful of it because you just don't know what to expect, right? It's the afterlife. But I'm sure he made it to a far better place than a world like this where people like Brady exist, you know. I wonder what he would do if I would really kill myself live on the air. He'd probably laugh. He probably would put a bunch of train emojis and celebratory emojis and shit. I guarantee you, because he eggs me on a lot to do it. You don't do that unless you secretly want somebody to do it. Or publicly, I guess. He's not too secret about it. But I feel like you wouldn't dedicate so much of your time to celebrating somebody's weak moments and egging them on to have more unless you really want that, right? So I think if I would come on here, cry a little about people that hurt me, and then pull out a knife and slit my wrist, and you see blood going everywhere, I don't think he would have any kind of opinion. I think he would make sure he's clipping it, and he would go on bestgore.com or whatever. And he'd have a field day with it, you know? I don't think he'd have a heart about it. I don't think he would feel bad about anything. I don't think he would care. So to know that she has somebody like that as a mod, but she did all this to me because I did that to Pumpkin Love, makes no sense. If she didn't have anything to do with Brady and she hated Brady because of what he put me through, it would make more sense. So anyways, but that's not the case. So I'm going to move on, guys. I apologize. I'm going to move on. I have a bad headache. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I don't know how my last stream is going to go here, but I'm not going to spend 12 hours talking about fucking liars and shit. So, but anyways, so that's why I don't do what Casey suggests over and over. It's not because she's kind of blind too. Like I can tell she doesn't understand. She thinks that I'm leaving. She thinks it's this way because of the trolls, because of the pizza ordering, because of the false police reports coming from Canada. Wonder who that could be. All this shit. She doesn't hear me when I explain it's not because of that. I guess she just doesn't believe it. It's because of what I bitch about so much. Ask yourself, how much time do I spend focusing on the people ordering pizzas and making these false police reports? I talk about it, but how often do I talk about that? And how often do I talk about Amber hurting me? Or these people lying and right? I think one outweighs the other. So the reason I'm leaving this is because I signed up because these people, I signed up. I don't know why I'm here. I have no idea. I was hurt too much. So it wasn't like that at first. That's why I was here. Now it's different. So, but I still think that I don't think Mark Rydell will get revenge for me, which is all right. We're not cool anyways. We never really were. But I don't think he'll do anything. I don't think anything I say will convince him that they deserve a little punishment, right? And he could do that for me. I'm not going to plead to Highlander or anybody else to wake up and see. I don't know. I don't think let me start over. I don't think Highlander will do anything for me. I don't think Mark Rydell is going to do anything. And I don't think anybody else that I probably shouldn't name will do anything. But the one person that might do something for me once I actually leave and stop saying I'm leaving, I give it maybe 2 months, not a month, but once 2 months comes around, Moo-ha! She's going to harass all of you heartless fuckers. She's going to go into every Amber stream with different fake accounts as she keeps getting blocked, calling her a fat, ugly, lying bitch, right? You made me lose my JP. She's going to go into every Emma stream saying, I wish I could say you cracked my ass, but you suck, jackass, right? Somebody's going to get pissed out there that they bullied me off this fucking shit. Somebody's going to get pissed that I had to do streams crying about people hurting me. Somebody who truly, I was their JP fix. Like, I was their something they look forward to. Once that goes away, somebody out there will make sure the others know that they're not too happy with them, you know? I think Julie Moon is going to put a curse on Amber. I think she's going to go that route. She's going to get all pissy, right? I think what Julie Moon needs to do is come up with some truth serum and make Amber drink it. You'd be surprised what comes out of her mouth then, huh? Anyways, Julie will get the revenge for me. Julie won't go the route of harassing Amber's kids, or I don't think calling Amber's workplace, or she won't even try to contact Amber's ex. What Julie Moon will do is every time Amber goes live, or maybe when she's live and even maybe send her messages and stuff, whatever. What Julie will do is every time Amber goes live, she'll call her a fat bitch and she'll just say how fucking disappointed she is in her and how she's trash. And she'll do things like that. I think that's where it'll stop. It's when those sirens stop that you got to worry, right? They kick open your door with AK-47s. And that'll never happen. There was too many swatting attempts. The cop told me straight out that any report they get for this address, they only send one officer out because there's previous attempts, previous false reports. So they have that all documented with this address. So thankfully, that's one thing that sucks. You know, a SWAT team coming in here because they think you're stabbing your mom or something. Thankfully, it's different for me. And I kind of credit Isaac for that because he would fuck with the wellness checks and shit. And they would come out and, no, guys, I'm fine. Like, what the hell, right? And I would tell them about this guy on the internet I'm dealing with. So they kind of know the deal, but they're getting a lot more calls for. Isaac never really made fake police reports where he's saying I'm killing somebody. He never tried to get me swatted. He played around with the wellness checks and shit. So I don't know if Emma's more demented than Isaac. I don't think so. But Isaac never did that. Isaac never made, at least for me, he never made false police reports. He kind of just, like I said, messed with the wellness checks and wasted their time when, right? So it's a little different having the cops come to your house and they're saying they're there because they got a reason, or the reason they're there is because they got a report that you know, your mom came on one of your streams and was asking to go home because she has dementia, and you pulled her out of the screen, out of the frame, and guess she was saying that she's being stabbed, or I don't know. There's been multiple reports like that. So one was that I dragged her out of the frame because her dementia or something. Another one, that's how I know it's Emma. And another one is because they were saying I was stabbing her or something. So with my mom sitting there and telling them that, you know, if I would ever do anything mean to her, I wouldn't be here. They can see it's all fake reports and it's not real. So anyways, so what they told me is, you know, they have to come out when they get reports because they got to check up on things. But when it comes to this address, since there's obvious, his words were, it's obvious swatting attempts. They're taking it with a grain of salt now. So they might still come out, but they know that, I think they know that I'm a live streamer. They know my channel. They've seen Emma's channel with the thumbnails. I don't know if they watched any of that shit, but they know about it. So they know people are playing games to try to interfere with my streaming and my way of life. So thankfully, I don't think I have to really worry about a whole shitload of armored cops coming in here with ARs and stuff, thinking I'm doing something, right? I think as they get the false police, well, this is my last stream, but if it happens today, they'll just come out and they know I'm not doing anything. In other words, so what I'm trying to say is some people have it worse off than I do. Some people, they can get swatted and right. But with my history with Isaac, I think it kind of helped me with somebody like Emma. So, but I will say, man, I hate giving credit to the guy, but he never created false police reports. Maybe he's done that with other people. I've heard stories about him, but with me, I think he would have done that shit because it got real personal. He never once made any reports saying I was hurting my mom or doing anything like that while I'm live, trying to get things, happening while I'm live. So I got to give him that kind of credit because that is on a whole different level there. Just lying, making false police reports and shit. I think maybe he's smarter than that. I think he knows where the line is and he knows that can come back on him making false police reports. I mean, maybe I'm not speaking right now, but I'm just saying that I think he has certain limits because he's not dumb, right? He's not trying to impress people that much. So I can only speak for myself, and I will say that with my experience, I have never noticed him making any kind of false police reports. The only shit he did with the cops was sending them out for wellness checks when, in a way, it was false police reports, but it wasn't. There's a difference, right? Sending somebody out to check on me, saying that I'm suicide or something, right? And then saying I'm killing somebody live on the air. There's a little bit of a difference. So anyways, since this is my last stream, I talk enough shit on him. I'll give credit where credit's due. So what am I trying to say? Am I trying to say Emma's a bigger piece of shit? Am I saying, I don't know what I'm trying to say. All I'm saying is Isaac never did that shit to me. So, but since there was 2 failed attempts so far, this last time the cops told me that they're documenting this and anything with this address, I don't got to worry about being swatted. They can see, his words were, they can see it's obvious swatting attempts and they'll look into it. And that's when he told me to start documenting Brady, telling me to kill myself. And they don't want me to talk like this. They just want me to let everybody in the chat and record and document these different accounts that are doing this every stream I do so they can try to help me. His words were, help us help you. They're affecting your way of life. You have every right to be there just like they do. So once it was the fake swatting attempts, that's when they started saying about helping me. But I just don't have it in me. Like, after they left, I in the end, maybe it would be great because I could get Emma, I could get her in trouble, and maybe something would come of it if I played games with them and I didn't make it so public what the cops are telling me to do, and then I act like I'm trying to let everybody, and then I could probably, not now, maybe even now, because you guys think you're untouchable, maybe, but if I would have went that route and just went live and allowed Emma to come in here and saying JP's whatever she calls me, I don't pay attention. She said something with pussy in it. I don't know what the hell. I don't read anything, so I just delete this shit. But if I would let all that in so they can see the harassment and what I go through every time, that's what he was telling me to do, and maybe I could get them in trouble because this is cyberbullying. This is harassment. Like, if I would let everybody in and they would start seeing people tell me to kill myself, and that's why he said, help us, help you. But I just don't want to, negativity only kills you early. I don't want to use my energy going back and forth with someone who I never had interest in. They got what they wanted. They wanted me to have interest. And if I do that, they're only getting my attention, right? There's no doubt in my mind that if Emma didn't make it her goal to make me talk about her and all this shit simply would still be, well, no, I don't know. These people, never mind. Never mind. I don't want to start thinking that way. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Because anybody that could just, never mind. Never mind. If these people, like, if these people left and I just don't see them, then I can talk like that. But they're over there supporting me being swatted. So I can't even start talking about that. I can't, or like that. I'm sorry. I take that back. These people are not people that I didn't think, I thought I knew them, but I didn't. So I can't even start talking to them like that. Can't even, no. No. They would have left eventually, whether it would have been to go to Isaac or somebody. I don't know. I don't know. The people I knew would never be okay with Emma bringing social services out here and having, like, they're testing my mom's memory, like basically risking my mom being taken away from me. Simply me. All these people will support that shit, knowing how much my mom means to me. That she's all I talk about. They're trying to fuck with me through my mom, and the fact that these people that spent 6 years saying how can they back that? How can they whatever. I'm gonna move on. Whatever. Whatever. Yes, it's a $50 ticket. Is it a sickness? It's nobody's business. And yes, it's a loser. $50 down the drain. Like that. What do we got here, huh? Woo! What do we got here? Let's see here. Anything else? Anything else? There's some somewhere else, but hold on. I thought I had some somewhere else, huh? I picked up my medicine. So my doctor agreed to give me refills of I didn't think he would because the ER gave it to me and I ran out, or I just stopped taking it. But I said something to him about my stomach issues coming back, and he gave me 3 months supply of Carafate. Yes. I guess I'm saying it wrong. I keep calling it Suckerfate because it's SUC, right? Suckerfate, but they keep calling it Carafate. So let's see, $50 down the drain. Beautiful ticket though. Nice. I love that color blue. That's my color blue, sky blue. And we got 10. These dragon tickets have treated me pretty good, but you know. Then we got 30, 10, 10, 5, 10. And I had 2 more $30 tickets, but I threw some away. I had another one of those, and I had a big purple ticket called Mega Bucks. That was $30. So losers. It's just like I tell myself, it's just not meant for me, right? It would have happened already. If I was, I just don't have that kind of luck. But I keep telling myself, man, it's like finding that Willy Wonka golden ticket. It's just right time, right place scenario. But it's just not meant for me. So I see these postings of people with these $50 tickets that are getting like 5,000, 1,500, and you just see random numbers, right? Like ticket number 13 or 21. And I keep thinking, like, you know, what are the chances I can come across something like that, right? I really could use it, but it just doesn't happen. So anyways, I will be slowing down on that stuff just because I'm getting tired of throwing my money away. That's what that is, right? You're just giving your money for paper. That's what you're doing. Pennsylvania gave me a call the other day. This is the truth. I don't lie. Pennsylvania called me and thanked me personally. Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, he thanked me. And I said, "Why are you thanking me, sir?" And he said, "Just wanted to call you personally and thank you for your continuing donations to Pennsylvania citizens and, or no, Pennsylvania seniors and Pennsylvania in general. Thank you for your continuing donations." And I thanked them for the free. Well, these aren't paperweights. I guess they could be after a while. So maybe some of you out there understand it, but I clearly don't. And I apologize that I can't wrap my head around how people can be one way and then be totally. So I'm going to stop talking about it. Thank you for listening to me. I guess I'm tapping out, right? I'm in the crippler crossface right now, and I'm right. Jim Ross is there trying to keep me strong. It's for the title. It's for the title, right? Yeah. Well, I think one thing that is clear that I can say for sure to all of you, and if you guys can't recognize this, then whatever. But one thing that I think is clear is that I loved you. If I didn't care about any of you, I would be with a new community right now. I would be moving on. I wouldn't even talk about it. I would just come on here and it's like nothing happened, right? If you meant nothing to me, then this would be totally different. So I hope you guys can see that the ones that hurt me, I really loved. That's why I started saying that they might have turned out to be fake, but my love was real. So will they get bored with Emma after maybe in a year's time? Will be repetitive? You know, it'd be funny if I look up her channel 6 months from now and it still has my pictures in it. I think I would take that as I triggered her for sure. It still has the same picture of me crying. Wouldn't that be something? It would be hilarious. Ugh. Sorry. My OCD kicked in. Love of my life, you've heard me. See, look, right there. Right there. See? See? How? It's not fair, damn it. Why? No. What ticket number did they have? It doesn't say. That's not fair. Why not me? Right? No. Fuck you, Becky. Why? Where'd she get the 5,000? She get a win all. She got something. I think it was a win all or something because everything's unscratched there. They're out there. They're out there, man. And you just never know. I guess I got a little bit of a gambling problem, but it's nothing serious where I'm at the casino. Well, I mean, I could either be at the casinos or I could be going to different gas stations, right? What's the difference? So. Oh my God. Becky is a lucky person. See, if I would get a claimer $1,000, I wouldn't even know how to do it. I'd just drive up to the lottery retail place, you know. So is what it is.